This is the KRUI News at Noon, brought to you in part by the Daily Iowan. This is KRUI, Iowa City.
Go.
It is noon in Iowa City. The temperature is 9 degrees, and for KRUI, this is the latest news with Dylan Thorson
and Whitney Blakemore. Here are the headlines for this morning. University students rally on the Pentecost for action on sexual assaults. Spring break job fair sees record high attendance for employers, and Fran McCaffrey says Twitter is for the birds.
Student protesters are calling for change in the sexual assault policies by the university, which have come under fire over recent comments made by President Sally Mason. Students stood on the Pentecost yesterday handing out flyers and demanding a zero-tolerance policy for sexual assaults.
President Mason's comments last week on the recent assaults fueled the demonstration, which has opened up discussion on new policies in the language of the Hawk Alert emails and increased funding for the prevention programs at the university.
Due to this, the UI officials are meeting tonight to plan on a vote for 2 new full-time positions for violence prevention coordinators. With added positions available, the university hopes more awareness will be available for students on campus.
Iowa soldiers are worried for their jobs. A recent proposal is suggesting shrinking the Army National Guard by 20,000 soldiers and the Army Reserve by 10,000 over the next few years. The Des Moines Register reports that spokesman Colonel Gregory Hapgood Jr. says worst-case scenario would mean a loss of 500 to 600 soldiers. When not fighting war, Guard troops respond to natural disasters such as floods and tornadoes.
Winter has almost been a natural disaster for eastern Iowa, as potholes have increased due to the harsh weather. City leaders in Cedar Rapids are holding a press conference today to discuss a plan to fix the potholes.
The UI job fair set a record number of employers planning to participate in the annual fair. 155 employers will be at the Iowa Memorial Union tomorrow to visit with students and Iowa alumni. Experts say this increase of about 25 businesses from last year is a sign of a growing economy.
The Uganda newspaper came out with a list of what is called the top 200 homosexuals in the country. According to CNN, the list is a response to Ugandan president signing an anti-gay bill that make homosexual acts punishable by life in prison. Secretary of State John Kerry said the bill marked a tragic day for Uganda and for all who care about the cause of human rights. He also warned that Washington could cut aid to the nation. Harold Ramis died Monday due to an illness at the age of 69 in his Chicago home. Ramis was the creator of some of the most popular comedies in the 70s and 80s, such as Ghostbusters, Animal House, and Caddyshack. The disease that led to his death, an often mysterious sickness that can starve organs and cause painful tissue damage.
And in sports, the Iowa men's basketball team heads to Minnesota tonight to face the Gophers at 6:06 p.m. This is the first of 3 games Iowa plays this week, with another away game against Indiana on Thursday, and then back at home to face Purdue on Sunday. These 3 games in 6 days is due to a rescheduling of the Indiana game because of a metal piece that fell from the Assembly Hall ceiling prior to tip-off last week. And if the heavy scheduled week isn't enough stress on the Hawks, drama over Twitter accounts now has the entire team banned from this social media site for the remainder of the season. Head coach Fran McCaffrey told all his players to deactivate their Twitter accounts during his teleconference yesterday. This ban is in response to negative attacks senior forward Zach McCabe received on the social media site following his performance in Saturday's loss against Wisconsin, where he missed a 3-point shot that would have tied Iowa with the Badgers with 17 seconds remaining. McCabe responded to the negative criticism with his own explicit outburst on Twitter. That tweet was deleted 9 minutes after posting.
The NFL Combine finished up yesterday for all the Iowa football players looking for a job in the pros. Out of the 5 Iowans in attendance, the standout was tight end C.J. Fedorowicz, who did very well at the Combine, bringing his draft stock up. Experts say that Fedorowicz could very well end up as the newest member of the New England Patriots and go as high as the 2nd round in this year's NFL Draft in May.
Finally, for a quick look at the weather forecast for Iowa City, right now the temperature is 9 degrees.
And for KRUI News, this is Dylan Thorson and Whitney Blakemore.
Undo the fade.